this is Nancy from Life's Blessings and Homeschool. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And right now I'm going to show you the homeschool curriculum that we'll be using for the year 2020-2021 as a family. I've already done separate videos sharing the curriculum that I'll be using for each child individually. But right now I'm going to show you everything that we'll be using together as a family, except our read-alouds. I don't normally share the read-alouds that we use just for fun or the ones that we do for more reading comprehension. I don't share those, but I will be sharing a few read-alouds that we'll be using with our history later on in this video. But first, I'm going to do our Bible. So this is what we'll be using as our Bible devotions. This is How Great is Our God. And this actually ties the devotionals in with creation. So I thought that would be neat to use with Exploring Creation from Apologia. And this is Exploring Creation with Astronomy. So we'll be learning all about the solar system and everything in it. And this is From a Worldview, Space, Questions and Answers. We had already started reading that last year. It's just a Dollar Tree book that we had picked up because it looked neat. So we always try to share the worldview along with the biblical view on science. So moving along to history. This year, I wanted to give the kids a good foundation for American history, and I wanted to do that from the very beginning when Joelle started kindergarten, and I just couldn't find what I was looking for. So I skipped out for a little while on American history. I tried some other things. I tried just, history in general, the history of the world. I tried, some of the Usborne books, things like that. And that just went right over the kids' heads. So that didn't work at all. No matter how bad I wanted it to. That may be something that we can use later on, but it just wasn't appropriate for right now. So I wanted something that would go in depth with American history, but leaving out, opinions about holidays and, things like that, because your typical Christian believes differently than the way that we do concerning holidays and things of that matter. So I wanted to find something that was neutral in that area because I didn't want to touch that for a little while. Even though we share the worldview and the biblical view with our kids, there are some subjects that are trickier than others, and it's a little hard to do sometimes. So we wanted to postpone that for a little while until they got a good grasp of, what we believe and why we believe it, and then add those things in there. So I always like to tell my kids why we believe things. But anyway, this year we're going to be reading from Memoria Press, Stories of Great Americans for Little Americans. And this just really brings you back to early American history. And so to go along with that, I did purchase some books off of eBay, as well as I found one in our mini library. How cool is that when we find things for free for our homeschool? What a blessing. So I found a couple from our mini library, and these are George Washington books that I purchased. This is the Freedmen's Bureau. I believe I purchased that one as well. This is one that I found. If you lived in colonial times, what kind of clothes would you wear? Would you go to school? What would happen if you didn't behave? Things like that. I thought it would be interesting for the kids to learn all about the beginnings, And so this is Liberty, the Pony Express, fastest mail in the West. Camp Fortunate. This is Maria's Journey. So I thought those would be some great, fun little read-alouds for us. And now we're going to go into art and our extracurricular activities. All right, this is Portfolio, state-of-the-art program. We started this last year, didn't get all the way through, so we're going to continue that. It has a lot of activities that we can pause and take part in, so we do those together. this is a book that I thought looked pretty cool. Delicious Doodles. You learn to draw cakes, cookies, cupcakes, and all that. So you get to decorate them, and then you start to draw them. And then later on next year, after they have mastered all the delicious doodles, maybe we can find some funky things to draw. So I thought that would be cool. All right. They really enjoyed doing Dr. Doolittle's from the Critical Thinking Company last year. So we're actually going to do book 1 still. We're going to continue that, and book 3. I don't have book 2, but we just worked with what we've got. I had ordered a set of books, just some random, extras that we used last year, and those actually came with it. So I saved one, and we started on the other. And this is our Spanish curriculum. We're still going to be doing the complete book of Spanish. We're not actually writing in the book at their age. We are just going over how to say the words. Later on, I'll teach them all about writing the words in Spanish. And we haven't gotten very far, really, in this book. We've taken things extremely slow because last year was the first year that we even introduced any Spanish words to the kids. Although we worship in Spanish in our church, I still pray in English, and, we sing in English here in the house. We strictly worship in Spanish at church. So even during the pandemic, we did a mix of Spanish and English in our home services. So I guess it would help the kids if I would start talking to them in Spanish, or let their dad talk to them in Spanish. A lot of times, though, he comes tired from work, and he doesn't really think to try that with them, and I don't either. I don't think about it. So maybe this year I will start to speak to them in Spanish a little bit more often. It's still a little bit of a struggle for me because I'm still limited on what I can say in Spanish. There are some words that still I haven't mastered completely yet, but I do understand Spanish when it's being spoken to me. So I don't know, maybe we could watch some movies in Spanish, maybe, do some different things to get the kids interested in speaking and learning Spanish for themselves. So, all right, I hope this has been helpful to you, the things that I shared, and sorry for rambling there at the end, but thank you for sticking with us if you did. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up, to help YouTube to suggest our videos more often on our homeschool videos. I would really, really appreciate it. And for those of you who have been with us for a long time, thank you so much for staying with us. We really appreciate you. Thank you, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.